Hi, this is Karen. I'm with inspiredbygram.com. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making a baby card, and this uses the Little Elephant stamp set that will be retiring shortly, and also uses the Elephant Builder Punch, which is currently on sale for $10.80, and the Starburst Punch, which is retiring, and it's the Designer Series paper, which is the Follow Your Art Designer Series paper. This paper you can purchase for $4.60. So if you look at it, it's more of a crafting paper. However, I've turned it into a baby card theme. So I used this pattern, the heart pattern, the yellow pattern, and the bluish pattern here. Unfortunately, I've used all of this pattern. So for the card I'm going to be demonstrating today, I'm going to be using this Calypso Coral with Blushing Bride paper design here, along with the Crushed Curry striped paper here. So I just wanted to bring you this card, and I mass produced all of these. Let's just take a look at what it looks like. Bring in the envelope here, so it's all coordinated. This one uses the Elephant Builder Punch, whereas this one just stamped on that 2-inch Whisper White circle. So I'm going to show you both today. And I used some baker's twine. Actually, this is retired, but it's Calypso Coral, so it goes really nicely with the card design. I use a subtle embossing folder, so this is just a panel that's 4 by 5 1/4. And on the inside, it looks just like this. I use that strip of Designer Series paper, and the orange theme here, Calypso Coral, matches this here with the hearts. And the blue one here, I used Retiring Blueberry Bushel. This is actually Marina Mist I had in my stash, and I thought it looked really nicely. I wanted to use a darker ink color to bring out the sentiment congratulations in the hearts here, so I took from the Blueberry Bushel here, but the Marina Mist works really nice. And on the inside, same kind of theme. And on the baby girl card, I used some retired baker's twine here. That's, I believe, chocolate chip. This one I did not use the Elephant Builder Punch. I just stamped straight down onto that white. I used the ornate, floral ornate embossing folder, which is brand new. And on the inside looks like that. I didn't really stamp that very well, but you get the idea. So let me put all these cards aside, and we'll get started creating the card. A lot of cards to pack up now. So, all right, so the Little Elephant stamp set. I have a clear mount stamp, but it's now made in cling mount, but this stamp set is retiring. And it is $20 at the moment of this tape. So we're going to be using quite a few of these stamps. And let's see, where's my Elephant Builder Punch? Oh, I know where it is. Sorry about that. It's over at my computer. All right, so I don't edit my videos, so you're going to see that blip. All right, so this is the Elephant Builder Punch. It is retiring. It is right now reduced down to $10.80, so great bargain. The Starburst punch, I was really sad to see it go because I use this punch a lot in my craft fair projects. So it's just, I love punches, but this one is not on clearance or anything like that. It's still $18, but it's a great investment. So I'd highly recommend that one. The other two punches we're going to be using is the 2-inch circle punch. That's still going to be in the annual catalog. And also the classic label will also be in the new catalog. So I've got two punches that will be retiring and 2 that will be new. All right, so let's look at our cards and the supplies you're going to need. So I've done a little bit of work ahead of time. So again, we're going to be making 2 cards. This Designer Series paper, Follow Your Art, is 3 by 3, and this piece is 2 by 3. So very simple. Those aside. This one is embossed with that, here it is, ornate floral. Really, really pretty. So this one is going to be in the new catalog, and you can purchase it now with the item number of 152725. So very beautiful embossing folder. I'm glad I did purchase this one early. This is Blushing Bride cardstock. So the supplies we'll be needing here are your Blushing Bride 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 for both cards. That panel is 4 by 5 1/4. Your Whisper White panel for the inside is the same, 4 by 5 1/4, and your Whisper White envelope. All right, so let me just stack these all up here so it makes it a little bit easy for me, so I can get everything together and organized, because we're going to stamp these kind of all at the same time progress here, so it goes a little bit quicker. All right, so let's get rid of these and get these adhered. So I'm going to use my Tombow glue, the multi-purpose liquid glue. I find that that is the best adhesive to use when you're working with embossed panels. You don't need super a lot because that glue is very, very strong. All right, so that one's done, and now we're just going to do this. So when I mass produced these, I made 6 of each card, because you can get 2 cards out of one 8.5 by 11 cardstock. So I always do 2, so I made it actually 6. I needed more baby cards for my craft fairs. All right, so that's done. We can actually add these on as well. Get rid of these. So this is 3 by 3. Follow your art. Works really well for baby cards. And I'm just going to put this about a 1/4 of an inch away from that edge of the inside panel. Let's do this other one. And again, 1/4 of an inch. Looks like I didn't get enough. Let me just take that one back up. I didn't get enough ink or glue on that one. That's better. I can tell it's going to stick. All right, so that one's done. Now let's put this one on. And when I do add designer series paper that has stripes in it, I like them to go horizontally. You're just going to line that up. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay, that's better. You just want to line it up right against that edge of the other pattern. Okay, so that's complete. I'll let those set aside. We're going to take the Starburst punch, and I'm going to simply punch out 2 Starburst circles from Blushing Bride. We're going to set those aside. And then Whisper White. Let me grab some because I forgot to grab it. We're going to use the 2-inch circle punch. So let's punch out 2 of those. 1, 2. Keep this handy because you're going to need it for stamping of the sentiment. All right, and yeah, I think we're good. So now let's stamp. So what I'm going to do first is going to stamp the envelope, or the elephant. And we're going to stamp the little elephant. And hopefully I'll remember how many we need here. If not, I'll just have to go back. All right, so I've got the panels here. And I've got basic gray. Works really well for the elephant. And I'm just going to stamp the baby elephant down in the corner there. And again, the other panel, because we're doing 2 cards, don't forget. Now the Whisper White envelope. And again. You always want to make sure your flaps are going the right way. I knew they were going the right way because I had them stacked up, but just to let you know, make sure you do have those going the correct way. Now what we want to do is we want to ink up the mommy or daddy elephant, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so that looks super cute. And we're just going to stamp that just to match it up. Okay, and now we're going to need to stamp onto Smoky Slate 1, because I'm going to show you how to use that punch. Okay, I think that's it for those. Now the inside panel, I chose to do the, let me show you, the balloons, and on the front I did the hearts. So let's do, I'll make sure I've got the panels here. I'm going to stamp with Rococo Rose, and I chose Rococo Rose because I wanted it a different color than the Blushing Bride, just so that those balloons would pop. And it looks like I got ink in my fingers, unfortunately, but that's how it goes. So I'm just going to ink up those balloons, and I'm going to try to get that point of that stamp right down by the trunks and hold it in place. And there you go. This looks super cute. Again, here. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to stamp the circles, so we'll have to go back to those. I knew there was something. And these are the envelopes I'm stamping. All right, so let me just go back to those circles again so those can be done. And I want the large, the mommy or daddy, whatever you want to call it, elephant. And where I'm doing is I'm stamping it up high enough so that there's room down there to slide that sentiment in. Looks like that. And this one we don't need to stamp because we're gonna pop it up. So, but we do need to, actually I'm gonna stamp it, then I'm just going to pop it up over just so I know where the hearts are gonna go. All right, so now I'm inking up with Rococo Rose, and that's really super cute that the hearts are coming right out of that trunk. Okay, so that looks all good. So let's get rid of some of these things and mount them on. I need, let me just close up this Rococo Rose because I have this feeling I'm going to put my hands right into it. Okay, so I need my liquid glue again, or you could use your snail, whatever you have for adhesive, whatever works best for you. I've been using liquid glue more often. I'm just going to add that on. And then again, the other one. Now, to prep these, we need dimensionals on these. So let's get that step done. You need 3. Okay, so that's good for right now. Now what we're going to do is let's adhere the inside panel. So we've got that out of the way, and I'm just using snail for that and just running it along the top. I'm going to insert this on the inside of your card with a 1/4 inch border. And again, we're going to add this one to this one. All right, we're getting there. Envelopes we can put underneath there. Okay, so now what you need is that stamped image and also some Blushing Bride, because what we're going to do is, if you notice on here, I used the large, the elephant ear. I popped this up on a mini dimensional. So we're going to do that again, but with Blushing Bride. So I'm going to just take the elephant builder punch, sliding this in, and I'm just going to punch her out, or him. Now I'm going to take the blushing bride, and I need 2 of these. There's a small ear and a large ear, and see, here's the large elephant and the baby. I'm just going to punch out 2 ears. Kind of makes punches out a lot of different pieces, but just slide them off. Okay, so now these need to have the mini dimensionals on them. And I've got these here. I'm going to use the take your pick tool because I find it's a little bit easier to do it this way. So I'm just going to add the elephant there, or the mini dimensional into that elephant ear, and then one here. Actually, just did that wrong. Hold on just a second. I just misplaced my little elephant. Where'd he go? He went flying off somewhere. All right, no big worries. Let me just make sure he's not on the floor. And he's probably right in front of me, but I'm gonna stamp him really quick and punch him out again. Sorry about that. Okay, this will give you an opportunity to see this punch in action one more time. Okay, we're not going to lose them this time. And those little pieces there, you don't want to lose those. Okay, this needs a large dimensional. So I'm just going to pop that up there. And I'm going to pop this right up over that stamped elephant. And now I'm going to add that little mini dimensional onto the one that we just created. That's popped up, and peel it off. And now I'm going to add this ear. So it just adds a little bit of character to the elephant. Again, I'm going to just add that one. So this one here is stamped right onto the 2-inch circle. This one is using the punch, and it's popped up, and it just gives it a little bit more dimension. Here's a side-by-side here. Okay, and I did notice got a little bit of Rococo Rose there, but I think we'll be able to cover that up. So now we'll need the Rococo Rose ink. We're going to stamp the sentiment and punch it out with a classic label punch. Congratulations is what I'm using here. Again, you need your Whisper White. And we'll need to stamp it twice. So 1. And I'll stamp one down there, 2. And here's a classic label punch, one of my best investments because I love it. Creates really nice banners. So now I'm going to slide this over close to the exclamation point if I can, because that white space is where we're going to add that baker's twine. And on this one, I'm going to do it the opposite. I'm going to get tight to the C on congratulations, and there's more white space on that one. And we can add the baker's twine on that side. All right, so let's get the cards here side by side. We're going to add the elephants here. And just release those backings real quick. And now I'm going to place this right in the center of this seam. And again, we're going to do it again on this one. So I hope you're taking advantage of the discounts that Stampin' Up! Is offering at my online store. All the discounts on especially the Designer Series paper. What a great deal. $4.60 for 12 sheets of double-sided paper. It's awesome. All right, so I'm just going to add a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue there. I'm going to try to cover up that smear and just place it here. Let it dry for a second, and we'll do this other one. And I'll just add that right there. if you wanted to, you could actually add some Wink of Stella. Let me do that. So that ear has a little bit of character. I think it actually might look really nice. Yeah, it looks super cute. I didn't do this in my other cards. I think I'm going to go back and color them in. Let me just show you in the... Okay. Yeah, that adds a ton character to that elephant. Cute. Okay, so now I've actually already got my bows done, so you wouldn't have to see me do that on camera. This is a Calypso Coral, so it's the same color on your card, and it's retired baker's twine. So a lot of times I might buy some of that stuff on the clearance rack. So make sure you're always looking at the clearance rack. So if you're on a budget and you want to be able to stamp, always check it out, because there's always some kind of bargain on there that's super, super cheap. Sometimes you can get baker's twine for less than $3, and you've got a lot of baker's twine. All right, so especially ribbon too. And I know that there's an embossing folder on there that it's super good. It would really work well with this. It's Stripes. I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, it's on there. So I highly recommend that you do check out the clearance rack every once in a while, because you never know what you'll find there. So here's our cards we made, and let me just bring in the blue one here with Marina Mist. Here's the envelope. And the Calypso Coral. Let me pull one out of that pile here. So all really work well with the Follow Your Art Designer Series paper. Don't forget, it's $4.60. And there's other Designer Series paper that's out there right now for the same price. What a bargain. But anyway, you can find all that information out at inspiredbygraham.com. Thanks for watching and have a great day.